Okay, Lee, obviously we've got a young side, and you said it yourself, there's going to be some bloody noses along the way, but particularly disappointed today after getting knocked out of the FA Cup last week, and of course getting knocked out of the FA Trophy today. What was your reaction after that one?
We give ourselves a bit of a mountain to climb by our first half performance, even though we've gone in probably only 1-0 down and thinking that you can turn that around. It's all about how you start games, and especially when you come to places like this. You've got to have the mentality to be like outworking or working as equally as hard as the opponent. And in the first 45 minutes, I think we were a little bit off of it, and that was shown. And obviously, the second half we come out and we looked a different animal. But the momentum was already in their favour.
Absolutely. We've spoken before, haven't we, that how vital these cup competitions are for bringing in money. Obviously, now that we're out of both of these competitions, now that the FA put on, how vital would you say is the Farmy Army support now? We've had a lot of trips on the road. How important is it that the fans continue to back us and ultimately show up in the numbers when we return home on the 7th?
Massively. We always welcome the support that they give, and it's very unique support. It's good for the level, and we obviously got a great following. As noted, obviously, as you said, we're playing a lot of away games at the minute, and that's made the start of the season seem a bit weird, to be honest. I mean, we haven't had home comforts, and it's been a testing period to keep having to get yourself prepared to go on journeys away from home, albeit Bishop's Cleeve isn't the furthest journey in the world. But then next Saturday we've got another long journey in Bashley, probably one of my favourites to win the division. So we got to make sure that we're fully prepared for that game. And as you say, like in the FA Cup and FA Trophy, you've got situations where you can develop and generate your own funds. But also realistic, well, you should probably, like in the FA Cup, we probably went near on par for that tournament. So maybe one or two more games would have been brilliant. So that journey wasn't like one that we felt too sure on. This one, yeah, you want to go a few more rounds because you get the bigger sides in it, and then you can have a club either come into our place, or we could go somewhere like we would have done in the FA Cup if we were taking care of Didcot. So yeah, that's the frustrating thing. But second half performance, very pleased with the reaction against a good side, because we played them a couple of weeks ago. We knew they were a good side, and I think they know that we're a good side. You can see that why they're beating teams quite convincingly, like Portland and other sides in recent times. And so the fine margin in today's game obviously shows that we're living in that sort of company, but we got to find a way of making sure that it falls in our favour.
Absolutely. And you talk about making sure it falls in your favour. One person who's played very, very well this season but hasn't been rewarded with the goals is Van der Grub. But in that second half performance, 2 goals in 15 minutes, absolutely fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I just said to Evander, like, he's a big favourite of mine, but I want him to have that impact in games. Like I said, like he should, I believe, like after this season, we're looking to progress up through the levels, or up in the levels, shall we say? And maybe if he was at a club in conference football today, his first half performance may have got him taken off at half time, but his second half performance shows the quality and the class that Manor Grub has. So what I want him to do is go away and be frustrated with himself, a bit annoyed with himself that he hasn't walked away with a hat-trick here today, because if he had carried on from the first moment in the manner that he's played in the second half, then he would have been untouchable. And I think in the second half he was the best player on the pitch, but in the first half he amongst others, were frustrating players.
Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Thank you.